All right. Thank you to the CCHS band under the direction of Jake Hoover for leading us in. Will everyone please stand for the national anthem performance performed by the CCHS Concert Choir under the direction of Tony Ravinsky. Where's the flag? That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Cornwall Central High School graduation for the class of 2022. Let's go. Seniors and parents, please enjoy this celebration. Please welcome CCHS Principal Mr. Brian Piazza, who will share some welcoming remarks.
Thank you, Cyrus. Good evening and welcome. First, I'd like to thank all of our distinguished guests for being here with us today. Members of the Board of Education, District Administration, High School Administration, faculty and staff, students, parents, and family members. Thank you to all the people who have worked hard to plan today's ceremony, especially Ms. Guarnieri and our high school clerical staff, Mr. Hoover, Mr. Ravinsky, and our musicians, and our incredible senior advisors, Ms. Chyla and Mr. Ponsel. Today is a celebration of the class of 2022, a celebration of your individual successes and your collective triumphs. You've all accomplished so much in your time at Cornwall Central High School. You've excelled academically, athletically, through the arts, and in your service to our community. This is a special group of 280 graduating seniors before you. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize them for their accomplishments. First, First, we celebrate academic achievements. If you are a National Merit Scholarship winner, finalist, or commended student, please stand up and stay standing. If you are one of the 72 senior members of our National Honor Society or Orange Ulster's BOCES Career and Technology Honor Society, or are graduating today with a career and technical endorsement, please stand up. you have taken an advanced placement course, college course through SUNY or Marist College, or an accelerated course during your time at CCHS, please stand up. If during your 4 years at Cornwall you received a Dragon Award, made the honor roll or principal's commendation list, or were a student in our E&L program, please stand up. Thank you. You can be seated now. This group of graduates sitting before you has earned over $3.4 million in grants, scholarships, and awards towards their higher education. Simply incredible. Next, we honor service to our school and community. If you assisted in blood drives, food drives, or clothing drives during your high school career, please stand up. If you raised money for cancer awareness, humanitarian efforts in Ukraine, mental health awareness, the American Heart Association, or any other cause, please stand up. If you participated in outside school activities such as Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, or any other community organization, please stand. If you were a student mentor, Safe School Ambassador, member of our section championship winning math team, competed with our Foreign Affairs Club at World Quest, competed in Poetry Out Loud or Quiz Bowl, were a member of Morgan's Message Club, Key Club, student government organization, or a part of the environmental club who built a beautiful garden at CCHS, please stand. If you are a member of one of our 28 clubs and extracurricular activities at Cornwall High School, please stand up. If you completed 20 or more hours of community service during your 4 years at Cornwall High School, please stand up. Thank you. You can be seated now. Next, we honor our student athletes. If you were recognized as an All-American for your accomplishments at the Indoor Track National Championships in March 2022, please stand up. If you received recognition as All-State, All-Section, All-Conference, All-League for any athletic team during your 4 years at Cornwall, please stand up. If you were a member of a state championship, sectional championship, OCIAA championship, or league championship athletic team during your 4 years at Cornwall, please stand up. If you were a member of one of our 29 varsity or unified sports teams during your time at Cornwall, please stand up. If you were one of our students who supported our athletic teams and were affectionately known as a Cornwall Crazy, please stand up. Thank you. You can be seated now. I would also like to mention at this time that during the 21-22 school year, all 27 of our varsity athletic teams were recognized as Scholar Athletic Teams by Section 9. This means, yes, this means that 75% of our members of each team maintained a GPA of above 90. Next, we honor our musicians and artists. If you were selected by the National Association for Music Education as a member of the All-National Honor Jazz Ensemble, one of only 13 students in the country to receive this honor, please stand up. If you were selected as All-State or Area All-State for music, please stand up. If you are a member of the Cornwall High School productions of Fools or Mamma Mia, please stand. If you were recognized by the Regional Hudson Valley Scholastic Arts Competition, or you participated in the DIA Art Museum Team Program for your outstanding artwork, please stand up. If your artwork was displayed in the AP Studio Art Show, please stand up. And finally, if you were a member of any choral group, band, or orchestra during your 4 years at Cornwall, please stand up. You can sit down now. At this time, I'd like to recognize our 5 staff members who are retiring from Cornwall High School this year. Ms. Margie Bako, Ms. Nancy Kumpel, Ms. Colette Fallon, Ms. Madeline Jones, and Ms. Janeth Turan. Thank you for your years of service to Cornwall Central School District. I'd also like to recognize our teaching assistants, monitors, security team members, secretaries, teachers, counselors, board members, and administrators who have supported our students from elementary school through high school graduation. Last and most importantly, if you are a parent, guardian, brother, sister, grandparent, family member, or friend of the graduates, please stand up. Class of 2022, please rise and give a thunderous applause to these people who have stood by your side and supported you along your journey to this day. Thank you. You can all sit down now. At this time, we will continue the wonderful tradition of recognizing those individuals who have committed to serving our country by enlisting in the military. We know that freedom we enjoy would not be possible without the bravery and sacrifice of those who answer the call to serve. I will now call the name of each class of 2022 graduate who has made this commitment. As I call your name, please rise and remain standing throughout the recognition of all those who will, are currently, or have served this great nation. Connor Mellon. Cyrus Yarpajeskin. Cameron Zamparelli. Christian Williams. Thomas Comney. Evanston Koss. Harvey Mathis III. Ian Sturkey. Maria Cook. William Hannes. Alexis Ellett. Christopher Latimer. Brian Perez. John Germain. And Tyler Marassi. Please remain standing. For a moment, I would like to ask any of our parents, family members, or honored guests in attendance today who have served or who are presently serving in our armed forces to please stand up and receive recognition for your service and dedication to our country. We thank you for your service and hope your example encourages our graduates to continue to give back to their community. The great author and educator Booker T. Washington once wrote, "Success is..." You guys can sit down now. Sorry. Really did great with the sitting and standing. I'm so proud. Thank you. The great author and educator Booker T. Washington once wrote, "Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome." The class of 2022 has overcome many obstacles to stand on this stage today. In the fall of 2018, you entered Cornwall High School as freshmen. 4 years later, you'll leave as graduates who weathered a pandemic, hybrid and remote learning, and I believe 5 principals. Together, you've shared a unique high school experience. You've developed incredible resiliency in the face of almost constant challenges and change. You've adapted, you've adjusted, you've fought through every obstacle the world has thrown at you, and you've made it to the other side to be here in this moment. I'd ask you now, take a second, breathe, and stay in this moment. You've earned this. You've brought tremendous joy and pride to your family. I've thought a lot about what I might say to you today, what advice I might give as you start out on a new journey in college or trade school, serving in the military, or starting your careers. Here's my first piece of advice. Be you. You've developed character, strength, and confidence in your journey through life. Be proud of the person you've become, continue to grow, be open to new ideas and take on new challenges, but never forget who you truly are. Remain true to yourself and let your conscience guide you in making the right choices in life. A second thing to remember, the future for all of you is incredibly bright and will be filled with happiness, joy, and accomplishment. But remember that, like in the past 4 years, there will be moments of struggle along the way. These will be short bursts, but in the moment they may feel overwhelming. When these challenges or doubts emerge, open your arms and embrace them. See them for what they are, opportunities. Hard times provide opportunities for you to make progress, to learn about yourself, and to achieve things that you never thought imaginable. These past 4 years have taught you there is nothing that life can throw at you that you cannot handle. Take the experience you've gained, use the support system around you of family and friends, and run through any obstacle life throws your way. Finally, you'll leave here today with a lot of things: a high school diploma, the sense of accomplishment, and memories of fun times you had here at Cornwall High School. But most importantly, you've got hope. Hope and dreams for what life has in store for you. Always remember that the hope you have doesn't only belong to you. The hope for all that you will do and accomplish is shared by your parents, family, and all the people in Cornwall that care about you and believe in you. And when things don't go exactly according to plan, when the inevitable twists and turns that weren't included in the script you've planned for your life pop up, remember there is a family and community here that believes in you and that will love and support you. Class of 2022, you are already a success. Go forward and write the story of your life as you imagine it. We cannot wait to see your impact on this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Piazza. That's loud. All right. Please welcome Mr. Joseph DeBold, District Director of Guidance K-12, who will speak about community service recognition.
Thank you, Cyrus. Good evening, class of 2022 and distinguished guests. My name is Joseph DeBold, and I'm the Director of Guidance for the Cornwall Central School District. I have the distinct honor to present to all of you our class of 2022 Community Service Diploma Endorsement recipients. Before I begin, I want to share a story about sacrifice and love that I feel is fitting to present these awards. You see, service in and of itself is a form of sacrifice. The students that I will present sacrificed the ultimate currency in life, time. They did this in order to help others. This story takes place almost 100 years ago. On the waters of the Potomac River in the early 1920s, Two brothers spent long hours paddling wooden canoes within sight of the Washington Monument. One of those brothers was named Bill Havens. Bill and his brother for years would trade day and night to be the best at canoeing. In every single competition he entered, locally, nationally, and internationally, Bill Havens won by a lot. Nobody came close to Bill Havens. Canoeing became an official medal sport in 1924 Olympic Games in Paris, and Bill and his brother were looking forward to competing as they had been successful in Olympic trials. They set a date to set sail to Paris to claim the gold they'd been working so hard for all these years. There was only one slight problem. Bill's wife was expecting their first child at the end of July. This was also around the same time as the canoeing events Bill and his brother were supposed to compete in. Bill Havens had a choice: go to Paris to claim the gold he was working years for, or be home for the birth of his child. The decision, although not easy, is obvious for Bill Havens. He forfeits his spot on the canoeing team to stay home for the birth of his child. Bill's brother and the rest of the canoeing team would go on to win 3 golds, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals over 6 events. 4 days later, after the last event, Bill and his wife welcomed a baby boy into the world. They named him Frank. Bill Havens, despite being dominant in his sport, never made it to the Olympic Games. Being a father, coaching his sons, and serving his community is what he wanted to do. Bill's son, Frank, was just like his father. He took up canoeing and was like a fish in water. He would canoe the Potomac River just as his father had and practice day and night with his father, Bill, as his main coach. Pretty soon, Frank was breaking records in practice times and in competitions. When Frank qualified for the 1952 Olympic Games in Helsinki, his father was overjoyed. Bill Havens never told his son that he missed out on his Olympic dreams to be there for his birth because he was happy with the choice and sacrifice he made. 28 years after the Olympic Games in Paris, Bill Havens was enjoying a quiet row on the Potomac as he did every day. He came ashore to a telegram waiting for him addressed from Helsinki. It read, "Dear Dad, thanks for waiting around for me to get born in 1924. I'm coming home with the gold medal you should have won. Your loving son, Frank." Not only did Frank win the gold medal, he set the world record. To this day, Frank Havens is the only American to capture gold in the singles canoeing event. The point of this story is to highlight sacrifice for the greater good, to do what's right in your heart. You may not have given up your Olympic dreams to volunteer, but you gave up time. Time in only the span of your 17 or 18 years here on this planet and your short 4 years here at CCHS because you thought it mattered to others. You did, in your heart, what was right. As you look out to your family seated before you, know they have sacrificed a great deal for you to be in the positions you are in today. Know that some of them in the crowd served our country. Others volunteer at countless events for community organizations, a choice for the greater good. To the people who have touched the lives of the students I'm about to announce, all of your sacrifices have created the amazing individuals you see before you today. And guess what? Each of these incredible students who have achieved this diploma endorsement is wearing something on the left side of their graduation gown near their heart. They are wearing pins that state in honor of outstanding community service, and the pins are gold. Frank Havens' gold medal was a thank you to his father. And what struck me most about this particular group of students is in their reflection, they wrote about their volunteering experience, how thankful they were to have served their community. That is why they reminded me of this story. To the families of these special students, they are coming home with the gold because their hearts are made of gold. Thank you for raising such wonderful young men and women. Here at Cornwall Central High School, we offer to our students a special community service diploma endorsement for those who would like to go above and beyond. This special endorsement is earned by students who apply, log a minimum of 200 hours of community service during their time in high school, and fill out a form reflecting on their experiences. I am pleased to announce that 23 students of the class of 2022 have achieved this prestigious diploma endorsement. These 23 students have accounted for a combined 6,249 hours of community service. And now I would like to introduce everyone to these incredible students. As I announce your name, please stand and be recognized. You may remain standing until instructed to be seated. Please hold all of your applause until all of the names have been called. The recipients of the Cornwall Central High School Community Service Diploma Endorsement are Cassandra Ackerman, Ava Alter, Maitri Bajor, Sophia Castro, Natalie Celentano, Ryan Chatfield, Gianna Coburn, Benjamin Harrell, Madison Hintz, Caroline Hookey, Jeremy John Charles, Dahlia Jones, Thomas Keene, Krishna Kutala, Evanston Koss, Andrew Lambert, Brendan O'Connell, Anika Fadness, Raid Thabit, Joy Usin, Jonathan Veal, Samantha Wentland, and Ariel Yarmus. Please join me in a round of applause for these incredible students. Thank you. You guys may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. DeBold. All right. Please welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Andy Wong.
Good evening, everyone, fellow graduates, guests, staff, family, and friends. First off, I want to congratulate the Cornwall class of 2022. We have done so much over the past years and shared fond memories here in Cornwall. We have surpassed the challenge of high school to settle on hundreds of new paths. Tonight, I'm absolutely honored to stand here and speak to you all. From teachers and staff, to my mother, father, grandmother, and brother, to my closest friends, I want to thank you all, because you are the people who have influenced me and supported me during difficult times. Everyone, your friends and family give purpose to your life. So find people that you can trust, who will stick with you through thick and thin. The people closest to you are the ones you learn from and shape who you are. Surround yourself with those who elevate you to be the best you there is, and be that person for others, because you are all exceptional people, and I want to encourage you to persevere with your goals and passions. This honor of standing here came with many adversities and sacrifices. I challenged myself with numerous difficult classes and struggled with self-doubt. After graduation, I hope to become a mechanical engineer, concentrating on the field of aerospace. But many times, I'll be too hard on myself with assignments, passions, and hobbies. I've made numerous mistakes and failed many times. I have felt a lot of pressure throughout my life. I guess that's why I was voted as biggest perfectionist in a yearbook. However, nothing in this world is truly perfect. Creating something that you put effort into and can be proud of is better than creating nothing, because you are too worried about perfection. This is also something I learned from calisthenics. I purchased these two wooden steel rings this year. My first name is written on one ring, and my last name on the other. They may look deceptively simple to the common person, but these rings mean a lot to me, and behind them are months of effort. I use them for calisthenics, a sport based on bodyweight exercise training. Calisthenics has been one of my passions for the majority of high school. I even learned video editing from it. The word calisthenics comes from the ancient Greek words kalos, which means beauty, and stenos, meaning physical and mental strength, including determination and courage. Beautiful strength. The beauty of determination and discipline. To use these rings, you need to balance all of that. These rings and the sport represent who I am and the value of long-term effort and determination. Many of you have done sports or played an instrument for many years. Maybe you are passionate about art, history, or technology. For my final physics project with my close friends, after we scrapped our original idea of launching random fruit into a wall, we focused on sports, including calisthenics, tennis, shot put, and swimming. All of us have passions and things we want to pursue. Along these paths, there will be plateaus, setbacks, and misfortunes. Don't give up because of them, or if something looks too difficult. I'd like to share a line from one of my favorite movies, Interstellar. It's not possible? No, it's necessary. It is within you to recognize and meet your goals and see that achievement is always possible. One should be satisfied with their progress without dwelling on the setbacks. Life is your own personal journey, and it's not necessarily a race against others, unless it's the end of the school day and everyone is scrambling to get to their car in the parking lot. But I take the bus, so I don't even have to worry about that. But don't be afraid to chase your passion and do what you want to do at your own pace. Don't be afraid of failure, of exploring the unknown, or even challenging the status quo, because you never know what could have happened if you took that risk. And all of you here are unique, amazing people who have achieved success and are capable of victory. A line from the song Scars by the rock band I Prevail. Don't fall too far from who you are. Cornwall graduates, the future is yours. Go and ascend into the stars. Thank you, everyone.
All right, that was awesome. Thank you, Andy. Next, the CCHS Concert Choir, directed by Tony Ravinsky, will now perform two pieces, Keep Holding On, originally performed by Avril Lavigne, and From Now On from The Greatest Showman.
It's cold and it feels like the end. There's no place to go, you know I won't give in. I won't give in. Keep holding on, 'cause you know I'll make it through. Just stay strong, 'cause you know I'm here for you. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. There's no other way when it comes to the truth. So keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through. So far away, I wish you were here. Before it's too late, this could all disappear. Before the doors close and it comes to an end, with you by my side, I will fight and defend. Fight and defend. tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on, we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. And let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
It is my pleasure to introduce Benjamin Harrell, salutatorian of the class of 2022.
To begin, I would like to thank all the teachers, family members, and friends that helped each of us traverse the journey to this day. And I'd also like to thank the band for the music today and the ridiculous number of repeats they have to play. As noted by Brandon Sanderson in the Stormlight Archives, we are not creatures of destinations, it is the journey that shapes us. The journey we've had has certainly been an interesting one, especially with the pandemic, though I doubt any of us were sorry to see the Regents go for those 2 years. And the journey of our senior year has been one of many successes. Our math team won the sectional championship for the first time. Our chess team won the league without losing a single meet. There were successes in the foreign affairs and quiz bowl teams. We had many musicians go to all-county and other music festivals. We had high participation in our Day of Silence, and there were so many athletic successes as well. And it has been a fun journey, especially with the recent end-of-year activities. And now we're here, the end of a journey and the start of a new one. So now as we look forward to the future and new paths, we should try to reflect on our years in high school and learn from both the good and the bad. And as we head forward into a new unknown filled with preconceived notions of success, I have one piece of advice to give. Don't pursue these visions of success without regard to your own happiness. If the journeys to those destinations just take over your lives and leave you with no happiness, remember that it is your life to live, and find the path that makes your life the best it can possibly be. And I'd like to once again thank everyone who helped everyone get here today.
Please welcome Mrs. Nancy Bryan, President of the Board of Education.
Dear class of 2022, it is an honor to be with you. The Board of Education always enjoys the celebration of years of hard work from all of our students. Who knew? Who knew what the last few years would be like? But most importantly, you are here. It has been quite a journey of great accomplishments, a journey of struggles, a journey of firsts, and a journey of looking ahead. One of my favorite quotes I shared with the previous class is this: as the beautiful and mighty Hudson River would tell you, rivers know this, there is no hurry. We shall all get there someday. Families need to remember that too. Your graduates will get there someday on their own time. So there is no need to rush to reach whatever your final destination might be. And if that changes, that is okay too. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may you all keep safe and have hope. And no matter what path you take, and whatever the time it takes for you to meander and travel your own personal road, it is where you land in the end that truly counts. Dear class of 2022, congratulations, and may all of your dreams come true.
Thank you, Mrs. Bryan. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Terry J. Dade, Superintendent of Schools for the Cornwall Central School District.
Good evening, parents, relatives, teachers, staff, Board of Education members, and most importantly, our soon-to-be high school graduates. Thank you to each and every one of you for your support and partnership to make today possible. While we are so very proud of the young men and women sitting in front of you, we know that they did not get here on their own. They have been hugged, fed, praised, disciplined, supported, and loved by their parents and relatives since the day they were born. You now truly get to see and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Additionally, they have been surrounded by a rock star collection of talented and dedicated teachers, staff, and administrators who have provided them with an exceptional education that has truly prepared them for success in college, career, and life. Seniors, you've worked incredibly hard to reach this pivotal moment in your lives, and you deserve all of the recognition and celebration that comes with graduating from high school. Even though times were very different, as I graduated ages ago, I do still remember what it felt like to sit in your seats. The sense of pride, accomplishment, and bittersweet reflection that I felt then is probably the same that many of you are feeling right now. Years from now, you too will look back on your high school days with a smile and wax nostalgia with your family and friends. Until then, however, enjoy this momentous occasion together as you have emerged from this pandemic as arguably the most successful class to graduate from Cornwall Central High School. Class of 2022, as you sit before us as CCHS students for the last time, I'd like to leave you with 7 pieces of practical advice. These little nuggets have served me well in college and beyond. Number 1, call your parents. This will help keep anxiety back home at a manageable level. Please call, don't text, call them. Number 2, take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but do not forget to enjoy the journey. Number 3, What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Number 4, let your dreams be bigger than your fears and your actions louder than your words. Number 5, remember when you were little and you'd fall on a trampoline and your friends would keep jumping so you couldn't get back up? That's what college and life feels like sometimes. All we ask is that you get back up and do not quit. Number 6, do not take criticism from anyone that you would never go to for advice. I'm going to say it a little bit louder for the people in the back. Do not take criticism from anyone that you would never go to for advice. The world is full of critics, and if you allow yourself to be consumed by criticism, you will never, ever reach your full potential. And I saved the very most important piece of advice for last. Number 7, just stop and look around at all of these smiling faces. Your families are extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the sense of pride and relief they are all experiencing right now. This is the perfect time for you to hit them up for some money. With that said, we now get to the honor that I love most about my job as your superintendent. Graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Board of Education, it is my distinct honor to hereby certify and present to you the graduating class of Cornwall Central High School, the class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Dade. All right. Graduates, you guys can sit down. It's all good. The members of the Board of Education will help with the conferring of the diplomas. This year's senior class has voted Mr. Hines and Mr. Ravinsky as their honored faculty to call each graduate forward. All right, wait, first, is it all right if I say something to you guys real quick? All right, thank you. Now, there was a rumor when we were in there earlier that I was writing my speech. I actually didn't get to that yet, but I'm just going to wing it. I just wanted you guys to know, I'm really glad that I got to grow up with this class right here and this specific group of people. You guys, being my friends. Okay, I'm stumbling, actually. Okay, wait. My dad. Yeah. Okay, all right. All right, let's just graduate. That's all good. Yo, we made it. All right, that's it. That side first? Yep, this side.
Andy Wong. Cassandra Ackerman. Giles Addison. Jonathan Affronti. Carson Aguilar. Victoria Akiki. Kevin Alisi. Fatia Al-Jamal. Zane Altoff.
Diploma up, okay? There you go.
Ava Alter. Jonathan Archangel. Amy Avalar.
Come on down, bud. Move on. Blue box. Pull him up. Pull him in. Blue box. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be right here. One more. Full better. You guys are good. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I would do that. We'll blame the light. Yeah, flow better. Benjamin Harrell. Cyrus Yarpasheshkan. Giorgio Aversa. Eleanor Babbitt. Thomas Babbitt. George Bailey. Theo Ballantyne. Noel Bednarik. Scott Brornai. Hayden Berkowitz. Maitri Bajor. Hallie Bishop. That's how it's done, people. Get it right.
Emma Blacksmith. Eva Blum. Mia Bocanegra. Peter Branty. Connor Busher. Jaden Caldwell. Benjamin Carter.
Big O, Mr. Hines, I changed it.
Madison Carter. Orlando Carthens. Marsha Cassidy. Brian Castro. Sophia Adele Castro.
Adriana Ciccatelli. Natalie Celentano. Shoshanapon Ray Chapanon. Ryan Chatfield. Anthony Ciro. Robert Clark. Gianna Coburn. Mia Collins. Tyler Cologne. Thomas Conme. Maria Cook. Stephanie Correa. You gotta wait for the staff. Wait. My arms can stay up here, Heinz. We're good. You just gotta stand there. It's my job. It's what I do. Hey. Slower stuff. Ready? Go.
He's clean with it. I'm sorry, Heinz. I have to give it to this. Heinz, you gotta respect it. Heinz, you got.
Valerie Costanz. Liam Coyle. Angel Crespo. Will Crow.
Yes.
Albert Catrone. George Catrone. Charles Cypress. Emily Davis. Kavorn Davis.
You're not gonna mess it up, right?
Victoria Dawson. Martin Decker.
Don't get it wrong.
Michael DeFelice.
Concave up, concave down.
That was fine.
That was fine.
Thank you, Mr. Ravinsky.
You're welcome, Mr. Heinz. Christian Delgado. Allison DeMatteo. Michael DeRose. Dennis Devlin. Ava DiGiovanni. Tyler DeLillo. Carolyn Dillon. Fiona Deneen. Anthony Dinocenzio. Mia Dinocenzio. Eddie Dolan. James Dolan.
Dulina Don Sonderaj. Carly Dunkel. Alexis Ellett. Michael Fahey. Gerard Fajardo.
Thank you.
Thomas Fowler. Stephanie Fanning. Daniel Farley. Jason Farrington. Genevieve Feo.
Get my card this time.
Paige Fern.
Yeah, Paige. Yeah.
Peyton Fern.
Hell yeah.
10 out of 10.
Got it. Ariana Figueroa. Kristen Fisher. Nicholas Fitzgerald. Daphne Flayton. Lucien Forte. Jill Galanti. Lauren Galanti. Joseph Garcia. Jacob Gett. John Germain. Emily Gill. Grace Gilmore.
Daniel Glickman. Aiden Goitia. Matthew Gold. Kyle Grant Jr. Autumn Green. James Gill. Andrew Guo. Leah Hannis. Angelina Hansen. William Hannes. Andre Hedgman. Carter Hirschberger. Eye contact.
Yes, part of the job. Brandon Hernandez. Samantha Hernandez. Colin Hill. Timothy Hill. Madison Hintz. Alicia Hodge. Caroline Hookie. Kevin Hughes. Wrigley Hunt. Emma Incognoli. Caleb James. Fina Jin Bastis.
Jeremy John Charles. Kayla John. Dahlia Jones. Thomas Keene. Kelly Carney. Tasia Kehoe. Sadie Kessler. Aurora Kitch. Thane Kimple. Gabriella Knight. Krishna Kutala. Evanston Koss.
Yeah, Mr. Hines did it right. Come to me. You're good. We're almost there, kind of. Ethan Krakoka. Victoria Laffin. Andrew Lambert. Alex Lane. Christopher Latimer. Michael Leach. Landon Leishman. Mason Leishman. Leonard Logan. Whoa, Logan Leonard. I got one. Sorry, Logan. Zen Liu.
Hold it out.
Jaden Lant. James Lorino.
Devron Lowe. Liam Mahan. Romello Masonette. Ethan Manallo. Melanie Manigault. Grace Marion. Logan Marquez. Derek Marrero. Bo Martens. Emily Mostowski. Harvey Mathis III. Vincent Matone.
I'll take it.
There's nothing in there, guys.
Oh, yeah. We're going to start reading. Grace Maxon. Sophia Maza. Alexander McCardle. Elena McCormick. Anya McGrail.
Have it facing forward, Alex.
Damian McGreen. William McKeon. Jack Mealy. Ava Mellon.
Facing forward.
Connor Mellon. Brian Mendez. Eleni Merdini.
Rebecca Metz. Jake Metzger. Tony Myers. Sydney Mealy. Rebecca Moctezuma Garcia.
Yes.
Teresa Meduno. Mark Sean Montero. Tanaya Montgomery. Tyler Marassi. Natalia Mofeld. Patrick Murphy. Ryan Murray.
Nice.
I got one right.
You got it. Ryan Nanini. Cameron Nicholson. Ariana Nieves. Brendan O'Connell. Samantha Odell. Justin Ofelt. David Opong. Hansel Ortiz Rosario.
Blue square. Hold it up. Blue square.
Sarah Panzanero. Timothy Patterson. Kaylin Pazoga. Jordan Pena.
Turn it around. Sophia Pena. Marissa Pepe. Brian Elliott Perez. Victor Perez. Autumn Peretta. Mia Petrucci Tello. Anika Fadness.
Pekarsky, you got it.
Michaela Pekarsky. Brutal. Clay Pinkham. Abigail Prine. Jenna Prine. Neil Prine. He's got it.
Aiden Rawl. Daniel Rawl. Olivia Ram. Kashev Raval. Prahlad Raval. Alexander Reynoso. Maya Rivera. Skylar Rodriguez.
Alex, hold on, wait. Turn it.
Tyler Rodriguez. Blake Ross.
Turn it. Face
Grant Ross.
Hi, flip it.
Christian Sanchez. Connor Riley.
Where's my glasses go? I got him, Christian. Go take your photo. Melissa Sanchez. Caleb Sandler. Joseph Santafamia. Avo Sarkeesian. Ryan Sawyer. Abigail Shevchenko. Scarlett Salepi. Olivia Seaman. Liam Shanley. Gabrielle Shapiro. Gregory Shaw III. Singyi Shen.
Colin Sherman. Lauren Siegel. Eric Smakia. Christina Sorche. Diamond Spence. Lillian Stevenson. Christian Sterling. Benjamin Stock. Emily Stock. Ian Sturkey.
Ben, hold it up.
Ariana Suarez.
All the way, keep going.
Matthew Swaza.
Square, hold it up, bud. Hold it up. Matt, square, hold it up. Ethan Subi. Sonia Suzuki. Olivia Taxter. Raid Thabit. Sophie Thomas. Christian Thompson. Taylor Thompson. Justin Torres. Simon Yule. Joy Usin. Nicholas Valenzano. Emma Tolman.
Daniel Vanderberg. Diego Vasquez. Tristan Vasquez. Jonathan Vega Jr. Kalen Versweveld. Jonathan Viel.
Hold other way.
Christian Vignini. Jake Ward. Kevin Ward. Aslyn Watson. Samantha Weir. Matthew Welsh.
Samantha Wensland. Neil Wilkinson. Adara Williams. Christian Williams. Mackenzie Wolf.
Come on down, guys. We got it. So close.
I'm gonna have 2 hours of sleep.
Joshua Wozniak. Samuel Wozniak. Ariel Yarmus. Got it. Cameron Zamparelli. Connor Zatlikel.
We would like to call up Mr. Ken Cashman from the Cornwall Local to be our honorary last graduate this year as he retires. We thank you for all your years of service to the Cornwall Central School District. As we conclude the presentation of the class of 2022, I ask that you stand together one final time and follow the age-old academic tradition of moving the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left. With this simple action, you become graduates of Cornwall Central High School. Let me be the first to officially congratulate the class of 2022.
All right? Just follow me. I'll give you beats. One, two, 3, 4.